Alright y'all, so Mighty Omega finally got an update. You can see right here it's actually at 1.8k players right now. Hopefully the devs actually use this momentum to get out another update soon. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Mighty Omega devs, if you're watching this video, please just start working on another update so we can just keep this hype going. I really don't want to see the game dying, okay? Before we get started into this video though, it'd mean a lot if you could please subscribe to my channel, okay? We're trying to hit 300,000 subscribers before this year ends. I know that's a crazy goal, but I believe if we grind hard enough, I can do it. Alright y'all, so Mighty Omega recently just got updated, okay? As you can see right here, it says that mysterious fighters from another world have appeared in Bobsled City. And basically, these are just Street Fighter characters that will spawn like every 2 hours. And if you find them, you can challenge them and get a skill. You can see from the gameplay right here, I actually did fight Ken. And from there, I actually unlocked the Shoryuken. And I guess you could say the grand boss is Akuma. If you do fight Akuma, there's a chance that he will actually mode up into his little Satsui no Hado form. And if you actually beat him, you get to unlock his 360 spin kick. I forgot what it was called. I think it's called Tatsumaki. And then he will also drop his Satsui no Hado form. The form is pretty cool. You get like a bunch of demon steps and stuff like that. And if you actually do unlock Hadouken, your Hadouken can actually be enhanced in that form. But the big thing in this update really is for any returning players, if you want to make use of this update, EXP's boost event. So all skill EXP is increased by 1.5 times for 2 weeks, and all stat gain is increased by 1.3 times for 2 weeks. Even if you're a player that has like 100 TP, now's the time to grind, y'all. Be sure to stick later on into the video so I can show you how to train every stat quick and fast and easy. You literally don't even have to pay attention to the game with the methods that I'm going to show y'all later on how to actually train your stats. There's some cooking changes. I don't really care about that. There's a new style Kung Fu. What I think about this style is it's alright. I feel like crane stance, the Pierce skill is pretty mid because it takes a lot of stamina. Like if you have monkey counter and crane stance, they both take a lot of stamina, y'all. But Tiger Hunt and Dragon Claw, oh yeah, these moves are like that. I'm telling you right now, this is a really cool style. The Kung Fu style itself too is alright. It's definitely better karate. I don't know why they haven't buffed karate yet, but whatever. This is a huge one right here. So you can actually train your removal now at the Curry trainer. So if you guys have Curry style and you could never get your removal percentage up, all you have to do now is spar the trainer and you get 2% each win. Injuries are finally added into this game. Getting gripped often will increase your injuries. I don't really care about that. I don't get gripped anyways. And then we got the muscle control. Now I heard this mode is actually pretty busted. If you want to learn muscle control, all you have to do is fight Julius Reinhold in the trial of 200. I will make a video on this actually later on because like that mode is pretty cracked. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right here it says that due to a last minute bug, ranked has been disabled until I fix it. This really does suck. I hope, you know, the next update is soon. Mighty devs, if you're watching this, please work on the update. You can see right here that 3v3s are actually coming into Mighty soon, y'all. Hopefully soon actually, but this is really cool. So when rank comes back up, I'm sure there's gonna be like 3v3s. This is super dope, y'all. I'm excited for that. Now we have like the quality of life updates where there's just new entrances, new accessories. There's a lot of like Street Fighter accessories. There's new eyes, new markings, a stance for each style, which was really cool. New stances. Let's go on to the balance changes now. I'm not going to go too much over these, but the main ones that I do like is, let's see here, Curry style range slight buff. Makes me love Curry style. They nerfed Muay Thai a ton, y'all. Like, this style used to be meta last update, but now it's just like, it's down horrendous. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So if you were planning on trying to get axe kick, well, just don't, y'all. It says the hitbox got buffed and damage got buffed. It doesn't really matter, bro. You never hit that move. Axe kick is still mid. And then over here, if you actually upgrade your skill 5 times, it will actually do something now to each skill, which is really nice. It only works on some moves though, so you can go ahead and read the list yourself to see which skill that you have, and then, you know, just go ahead and level up to level 5 so you can get the special benefits of it. And then there have been 6 new aptitudes. Basically, they're just aptitudes for each stat, I believe. So like right now, I actually have the striking power aptitude where training my striking power is actually faster. Here's some nerfs and buffs. You don't really gotta mind those. Now there has been a second part of the update where it was just mostly bug fixes and balance changes. Oh, this is nice. They actually buffed Monkey Counter. Now gives you more stand back on successful counter if your primary style is Kung Fu and you have 3 skills from Kung Fu. So maybe I take all that back and say that Kung Fu probably doesn't take as much stamina anymore since they actually buffed Monkey Counter. It looks like the Satsui no Hado was a bit underpowered too because now it has 4 steps and the cooldown between them is reduced to 5 seconds. Damage and stamina bonuses have been buffed, and the mode fatigue gain is nerfed. So that's what we know. Hado has been majorly buffed. Nice. And then there's a bunch of bug fixes. So yeah, overall, this update was pretty cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and show y'all the main part of this update, which was like the boosted XP. Let's get on to showing y'all how to actually go ahead and macro every single stat in this game. All right, y'all. So for any returning players or just players that are new to the game, to make your trainings easier, there are actually macros in this game where you can just activate and just leave your computer on and it'll do everything for you. Literally, all you have to do is check up on it every now and then to go and fall asleep. Now, there's two different macros that you can use. Vivaces, which is the free one, and Senyas, which is the paid one. Both of them usually work completely fine. It's just that if the macros ever break, for the free one, you don't really have direct contact to the owner. But if you actually use Senya's macro, which is the paid one, you have direct contact at Senya to actually fix the macro for you. I'd say right now, the only real problem I've had with Vivace's macros is the Dura Macro. That's something that you probably want to actually pay for. Other than that, everything else does seem to work pretty fine. I'll just show y'all what both looks like real quick. So the first one we'll go over is the paid one, which is Senya. So with Senya's, you open it up. Oh crap, there's my OBS. Sorry about that. Let me just close this out real quick. There we go. So when you open it up, your screen will actually go to the left corner, which is intentional. Okay, you want to be facing like this. And you can do this to any punching bag, by the way. This is the trained strike power. So you can use rhythm or modes with Senyas. I don't use it at all though. I put on limb weights, and then you can actually make the macro stop at 65%, or you can just have it go on infinitely. I'm just gonna make it go on infinitely, and then it says, do you want the macro to auto log? So basically, when you're out of food, the macro will actually auto log for you, so you don't get killed after you're done, you know, macroing and stuff. So you press done, and now you let the macro to go to work. It will start running, and it will literally calculate everything. Like, it will attack for you, and when you're out of stamina, it will wait until your stamina's back up, so then you can attack again. As you can see right here, I'm probably just gonna have like a little time lapse and fast forward until I actually start getting hungry, so then I can show you that the macro does even auto eat for you. I'm completely doing nothing right now. The macro is doing everything for me. As you can see though, the macro will eat until you're actually full on hunger, then it will actually continue to start striking again, so that's really nice. Let me go ahead and stop this macro real quick, and then we'll go ahead and move on to Vivace's macro. So alright y'all, so I recorded that video like literally before Vivace revamped his whole entire macro. Now what you need to do is actually get your own webhook. I'll go ahead and show you how to do that real quick, but first, to get your Discord user ID, all you have to do is go into your settings, and then turn on your developer mode. And then once you do turn on your developer mode, you just want to go ahead and find your name in any Discord, right click over your profile, and the copy ID will be there. So once you copy your ID, go ahead and paste it. And for your macro, all you have to do is make your own Discord server, and then go to edit channel, go to integrations, and then you want to view your webhook. You can create a new webhook, so I'm just going to go ahead and create a new webhook real quick. You can just name it literally like MacroBot. It doesn't really matter. Save your changes and copy the webhook URL and then paste it into your thing. So once you paste everything in, it should say, did you receive the ping? You can see right here, I did receive the ping from Vivace's macro. I press yes, and now everything is literally like what I show on the video. So you've got your treadmill option, you've got lifting weights, you've got striking power, and you've got your strike speed option. For this one, I believe you have to be in full screen. So when you're in full screen, you just want to go ahead and open up the strike power macro right here. There we go. You're going to need auto hotkey for this too, by the way. Links in the description for every macro will be down below, and what to do with them and stuff like that. So yeah, once you actually do end up pressing the macro, it'll actually make your screen go like this again. All you have to do is go into shift lock, use your style, and then press F1. And then with Vivace's, basically it will just do the same thing. Like I said, again, this is the free version of the macro, works completely the same. This is one of the macros I advise you not to pay for unless it actually completely breaks and the owner goes on like a 2-week hiatus, and then you have to actually pay for Senyas. But other than that, man, this rarely ever breaks. This is a W striking power macro for free that you can use. Alright, and as you can see, the macro does indeed auto eat for me. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop this now to show you the treadmill macro. Alright y'all, so to start this macro, you want to actually sit on the treadmill real quick, and now I'm gonna go over Senya's treadmill macro, okay? And now it'll say what stat do you want to train. Obviously I want to do stamina. What treadmill level? Depending on your level, I'm just gonna go 5 because that's what I want. What is your stamina stat? It actually shows you right here. Depending on what your stamina stat is, you actually pick. So I'm actually on the higher end. You want the macro to auto log and input value to stop at 65. And basically what this does is if you press done, what is your minimum fatigue gain per training? I totally forgot what mine was, but if you calculate it and do one treadmill to see, let's just say mine is like 0.3 or something like that, right? Press OK. How much fatigue do I have right now? I have 13.7, right? Now the macro will actually track how many times you want to do the treadmill before you actually log. It's really nice. So you press OK, and now you let the macro do its thing. It will auto eat for you. It will do the treadmill, as you can see right here. I'm not doing anything at all. I'm literally just sitting still. You can go watch TV, do whatever you want. Alright y'all, moving on to the free treadmill macro. So you simply just go here, go to treadmill, select the treadmill, and it will show you your options. So go ahead and put stamina if you want to do stamina, level 5. Auto clip if you want to see who attacked you. I don't really care. Auto log, you can do a fatigue calculator, and it'll just say how much fatigue do you have right now, what is your minimum fatigue gain. You can do that, all that too. You have the option to auto log too. If the macro ends up getting broken, you can just log. And then you can actually enter how many times you want to do the treadmill if you don't want to do the fatigue calculator. And then the webhook notification just makes it so that you can actually get notified whenever you actually get attacked during your macro, okay? That's something that you can set up your own. There's like a tutorial in their Discord to show you how to do that. I'm not going to go ahead and do that for this video. I'm just simply showing you how the macro works. Alright, so you click finished, and now it basically does everything for you too. So yeah, this macro is usually a W, but sometimes the treadmill will break, so you're gonna have to wait until Vivace actually fixes it. And if he doesn't, then your best bet is to go to Senya if you're that desperate to actually train on the treadmill. Alright, so moving on to the strike speed macro. This is where I will say Vivace does take the W, because I don't even own Senya's strike speed macro. Okay, go to strike speed, go to strike speed record version, and you just want to record how much strike speed you want to do. So I'm just gonna put in like 100, whatever, right? And then after that, you basically just hover over the strike speed, press F1, and let the macro do its thing, as you can see. And with strike speed, oh crap, hold on y'all. So I accidentally messed up here. You actually want to have your strike speed at 2. I'm gonna go ahead and restart the macro right now. Record version, 100. Exit out of this, and now if you press F1, okay, it will buy, hit you with the strike speed training, and it will do everything for you. The cool thing about strike speed is that you don't have to worry about having hunger, because strike speed takes no hunger at all. And now the macro will just play by itself, and it will stop. And the macro will stop depending on how many numbers you put. So I put 100 times, it will stop at 100 times and will just log for you. Alright, so moving on to Dura. Currently there is no free macro for it. Vivace is still working on one, but even then he used to have one and it just never worked. I always use Senya's because Vivace's would always break somehow. So my best advice for you is try the free one, and if it works for you, then it works for you. You don't have to pay for one, but if worst comes to worst, you're probably gonna have to either 1, pay for one, which is Senya's macro, or 2, just do Dura normally with your friends. But if you do want to macro Dura, obviously you're going to need 2 accounts like how I have right now. You want to make sure your toolbar is filled with food, but have your 2 empty so that you can actually have your Dura training at 2. And then the first account needs to be in front of the second account, like how I have right here. And you want to angle it so that your inventory is aligned like this with the Dura buying option. And then for the second account, you want to have your inventory lined up like this right here. So once you actually do have it like that, want to go ahead and open up the Dura Macro. So here we go. I'm going to open up the Dura Macro. I'm going to select that account for the left side, which is obviously this one. And then I'm going to select that account for the right side, which is this one right here. Let me close out my inventory real quick. Both sides are set correctly. Yes. And now you have your options here. So which side to Dura? I want to Dura both sides. I'm going to have the option for both right here, but you can choose which account you want to do slow down when low HP. If you want to do none, then you can do none. But I recommend both just because, you know, sometimes you might go a little too crazy if you decide to actually macro with modes and stuff, which I am going to macro with modes. It gives you the option for left side to mode up and right side to mode up. When you want to stop your macro, you can keep macroing forever, or you can stop at 65%. I'm going to stop at 65%, and the macro will auto log once I'm at 65%. So right here, it's going to tell you what is your minimum fatigue gain per training. I put in 0.6, but honestly, at this point, it's looking like every Dura training for me, I only gain about like 0.4, I believe. I actually think it's closer to like that 0.45 fatigue every Dura training, so I'm going to press OK. I have 0 fatigue right now, and it's going to repeat 288 times. So you can see right here, it's going to do my Dura for me. I'm currently not doing anything at all. It's auto doing it, as you can see. And then once I'm done with my Dura, it's going to auto eat, as you can see too, whenever you're hungry. It's going to buy my friend's Dura, and then I'm going to go crazy on him. Yeah, that's super weird that it's not making me mode up at all, but I mean, I'm not really complaining. I can definitely just hit up Senya to actually fix that, but as you can see right here, man, the moment I actually go ahead and become full health, oh, there we go. I'm finally in flow. Awesome. I guess modes do work. It just takes like the second try to actually finally mode up, but you can see right here, man, once I actually do mode up, the macro's going to play perfectly fine. I have more health now since obviously I'm in flow, but the macro will play fine. It's going to slow down whenever I'm low. And then look, everything's going to be down below in the description. Like I said, again, you can join their Discord servers, and then they actually have tutorials there if you didn't understand anything I did.
It is now or never.
Fist of a guy like Rock Lee. Leg weight all can't stop me. Drunken fist at top speed. 8 gates flow get bodied.